She take my money when I'm in need. Yes, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger way over town that digs on me.
How do you guys feel?
Fantastic. Actually, really comfortable.
Hot. Looking like freaking hobos out up in here. Heck yeah, man.
Maybe if I sling it in my shirt. Yeah, we all do that. My ankles are cold. Yeah. You wanted something simple? We have a lot. So we have, and Laura's like, and a wallet.
What?
She didn't want to help me. Like one of them did, but the other one didn't really. Yeah, she would make eye contact. Maybe it's because she can't see my eyes. Can you see my eyes? I can see your eyes. I can see your eyes.
I can't see the top of your head though. But I'm.
Oh, ha ha ha.
What?
These open on top.
Okay, so we are talking about our ugly outfits first. So one of the stores we did was Tommy Hilfiger, and that one was an experience.
It's interesting.
It was interesting.
Kyle.
Yeah, we got some lovely fashion advice from Men's Fashion from Kyle.
They have no fashion.
Yeah, they do.
have no
They
fashion.
were like, bruh, Kyle,
Kyle.
Kyle.
Apparently they don't like yellow pants.
Yeah, they don't like yellow pants. But like overall, the customer service there, they didn't really come up to us. We kind of had to like seek and find them
You
out.
stalked him.
I did stalk
We did
Kyle.
have to follow them
There-
around. We'll
Yeah.
figure out what to ask.
There were very few workers working though.
There were, yeah. But it was also the day we did our ugly outfits. There weren't many like shoppers,
That's
No.
true. No.
so
Probably because we want like a less busy day.
that's true.
At night
Yeah,
too.
and at night. But yeah, Tommy Hilfiger was just
They look tired.
they did
They did.
or high, one of the two.
There's a
Or
possibility.
drunk.
There's a positive, yeah, or drunk. But yeah, overall Tommy Hilfiger, the customer service was nice, even though we were wearing ugly outfits. But I also think it's because they just didn't really care, and they were also dressed kind of grungy, especially to be working in Tommy Hilfiger.
They're probably like, what? How would you say?
I would probably say late teens,
Yeah. Teens.
probably.
So they probably didn't care much about their job.
Yeah, probably. All right, and then Coach.
Well, we walked in the coach. We got graded immediately, but she watched it. We walked around and she watched us like a hawk.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure she thought we were gonna steal something.
Yeah.
Well, we were also walking into a high-end store, like which is kind of expected. We were expecting to walk into a high-end store and then it be kind of
Like, just-
suspicious. I
Yeah,
guess.
right. She really watched us. Yeah.
And we all came in like a big group too.
Yeah.
And then what
She
else?
didn't
Oh,
offer any help. She just
No.
greeted us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on her niceness scale, I put a 2 down, which is not willing to help, but does. And then for the enthusiastic scale, she was also a 2, which was grumpy. She was not very passionate about her job.
She didn't
But I
want to
wouldn't
help
either.
Sydney find a pink wallet.
Yeah,
did
no,
not.
she
She
did
did
not.
not.
We like
For my
specific.
mom.
We specifically out loud too. We're like,
Very
so
loud.
what were you looking for again? Oh my gosh, what was it?
Pink wallet.
Was
for
it a
my
pink
mom.
wallet? What did your mom want again? Like,
Pink wallet.
made sure that she knew we needed help, and she like did not show any interest.
So then we walked out.
And we also did Veer Bradley too.
But yeah, Beer Bradley. They greeted us as well when we walked in, and they also told us really good sales.
They looked
They
very tired.
50% off and then 20% off additionally, which was a steal.
Sydney
Why
got a
didn't
laptop
they
case
just say 70% off?
because it's 50 then 20.
Yeah, like you don't add it together.
They walked, the one that greeted us, she walked away, and then she went and talked with her colleague most of the time while we were trying to look through the store. And then,
Whenever you didn't like
but then
want
I had
help,
when I wanted help, I had to go up there and ask for it.
she
and
didn't.
ask, and then I asked
Yeah.
for like a little case for my charger
Mhm.
or something, and she didn't know.
She didn't seem super like willing to help.
And not very excited.
Yeah.
So she got an enthusiastic scale of 3, which is average. I'm pretty sure I put that because it was later.
Yeah.
And then she got a 4 on the nicest scale, which was a helpful but not happy.
All right.
So the next one's White House Black Market. I was greeted right away, but I had to ask for help. The ladies there seemed like fake happy.
They were
Like,
not impressed with our casual clothes.
You look
no.
comfortable.
She
No,
literally
lazy clothes.
literally looked at us and like looked at me and goes, "You look comfortable." We were like, "Well, thanks. We're trying to be."
Yeah.
And
It's quite comfortable, by the
Yeah,
way.
very
Just to
comfortable.
let you know.
she steered us towards to the cheaper side of the clothing, and overall they were just snobby and
Kind of very much so judged based on what we were wearing
yes.
because they are on the higher end scale of what's at the outlet mall,
Mhm.
and so I feel like we were definitely hardcore judged there.
She thought you couldn't make your own decision on what
yeah.
shirt to pick out for your mom.
Yes.
Very judgmental.
Yeah.
And then Nike.
Well, when we walked in Nike, did we get graded? I don't think we got graded. We didn't get
No.
graded at all. And then we had to, we were looking around for like a couple minutes, and then we had to go over and ask for help to look for U of K.
U of K. It's U of K.
I will.
It's not, but it is.
And then she steered us over to the rack. They didn't have much selection, by the way. So if you're going there, don't.
She offered leggings.
We
That's
asked
it.
for running shorts that were
Yeah.
UK.
All we got was
Yeah.
leggings.
Very disappointing.
And what else?
She was-
She was kind of grumpy.
She was kind of
She
rude.
got a scale of grumpy on her niceness scale.
After she showed us the rack, she walked away and went back to whatever she was doing.
Yeah.
She didn't really care to stick around and see if we had any more questions or
Yeah.
anything.
It seemed like we were like a hassle to her.
We were getting in her way of organizing things.
Yeah.
Socks. She was organizing socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last store we did was Francesca's, which was kind of the oddball because even though I was wrapped up in a High School Musical blanket, she was still very nice to me. She greeted us immediately and offered help and stuck around if I had any questions. So she got a 5, which is the top of the scale. And she was very
really
friendly.
polite.
She was very
She
friendly.
was-
Yeah.
I mean, I
She was
remember.
the one that got 5 out
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
she-
she won.
Fine colors.
Yeah.
She was the best. Go Francesca's.
Well, she was like, as soon as we walked in the door, she like made sure if you needed help with anything, like she was gonna be there.
There was
Which
no
was-
judgments.
Nope.
Or
She
if
was
there
cool.
was, she had to herself.
Very true. Alrighty, those were all of our ugly outfit notes and reviews. Alright, so now we're talking about our normal outfits and experiences with those. First up, polo.
So in polo, I did not get greeted. Nobody asked me anything. The workers did look miserable.
They were
We
all-
said
they-
out loud
yeah.
that we were looking for a coat, and like they were all standing there talking, and nobody offered to help.
There's
They
like
were-
a group of, it's like
Yes.
3 of them standing
Yeah.
around,
Oh, yeah.
standing together, and we were talking pretty loud about looking for a coat. You just said that.
Yep, and no one offered to help.
Sydney and I got greeted when we walked in the door.
Well, yeah, we walked in first because we were gonna follow them around with the recorder.
Creep.
And they were this really nice lady. She greeted us and was talking to us and asked if we needed help. Just let her know. But then when they walked in, I think they walked in the other door, the same
Yeah.
doors,
Yeah.
or the other doors.
Same doors went a different direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same doors, different direction, and they didn't get any kind of greeting. And I don't think anybody talked to them.
No.
Nope.
They didn't. They just looked at us like we were insane. And then we went to Rack Room Shoes as well, and we got greeted with just a hi as soon as we walked in the door. But we were in there for well over 5 minutes, and no one, like none of the employees. I only saw like 2 people working.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no, there was no one else in the store, and she never walked up to us and said, "Is there anything we can help you with?" And like I walked directly next to the counter looking at socks, and she like didn't even say, "Can I help you with anything?" Like whatsoever.
I found a pair of cute boots on my own.
Yeah.
She did not help me find those cute boots.
Nope.
And then right next.
Hmm?
Next.
Mhm.
Okay, then next we went to Old Navy. Me and Kristen walked in first with the recorder to like see if someone would help them when they walked in. Was Shelby and Mackenzie walked in, and did you want me to read it?
Oh no, we didn't.
No, they
Nope.
didn't get a greeting.
There was a
We
girl.
didn't get a greeting either.
We couldn't even find like a worker.
Well, there
for
was
first
the one girl
3
sitting on
minutes.
the floor,
Yeah.
like folding jeans
The
when we
one that
first walked
saw us.
in.
Yeah, she saw us walking.
But like
over
she
right
didn't
there.
say anything to any of us. Like she was sitting right in front of the door and she didn't say anything.
And then you were looking for someone to help you, but no one helped you. So
We
then-
couldn't find anyone.
So then we traded, and you took the camera. And then I had to go look for someone. They all wore like casual clothes with like their name tags hidden. I suggest that they all wore like a uniform or like a more visible name tag.
Yeah.
Because it was very hard to find someone. And then we asked for sweaters, but then when I got someone to actually help us, she was she gave 4 on the niceness scale. She was helpful but not happy. I think she's tired. And then enthusiastic, yeah, she was tired, but she's pretty average on her enthusiasm. And yeah, but then as soon as we were getting ready to go, every single person that worked there suddenly popped out of nowhere.
It was like we all thought, oh, there's only like 2 people working in the store, and then as soon as we went to leave, we found out there was like 6 people working that were just like disguised as normal people. Normal people. They were disguised as civilians. And then we went into Charlotte Russe.
Looking for a choker.
Yeah, looking for a choker both times that we went in there. But with the normal clothes, no one greeted us whatsoever. We kind of had to just walk up and ask ourselves.
They were all like in a group talking by the register.
Yeah. Or talking on the phone or talking
Yeah.
to each other, yeah. And once we did get someone's attention, though, she was relatively like a 3, so average on the niceness scale. But she, like, her enthusiasm, she was super, like, depressed. She looked like she was about to cry. And, like, I don't know why. I was like, oh my god, are you okay? But whatever. But she, like, pointed us out to where the chokers were. But a lot of the ones that she, like, specifically pointed out to me were just, like, really cheap looking. So.
Well, even when we went to try on clothes, like, we had to go up and ask someone to open the.
Well, I think as soon as she
The
realized, as
clothing
soon as we were holding all those clothes, like, and she
Yeah.
looked over and she realized, oh, do you need a fitting room? I'm like, well, clearly I need a fitting room.
Clearly. Yeah. They weren't, there was nothing super nice about them.
No.
They just seemed kind of like they didn't want to be working.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no.
True.
And then we did American Eagle, and I was greeted, but I had to go up and ask for help. So she was like an average niceness because I was needing jeans. So she went and showed me the jeans, but she wasn't very enthusiastic or happy about it.
I didn't say anything.
She smiled, but that's about it.
And then me and you were separate.
Cut this
walking.
out. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need a minute. Oh, she did offer if I wanted the long pants because she saw that I have long legs.
Are you okay?
I'm like crying.
Why?
She just can't stand how poorly we were treated. And then we went into Hot Topic.
Oh, Hot Topic got flying numbers, I guess you could say. Like, they got
Yeah.
5s on the nicest scale. They were super happy. And then on the enthusiasm scale, he also got a 5. He was joking. He's very, very upbeat guy, and he was very helpful. I went in looking for a hat, and they said, what were you looking for, right? And I said, I need a
Yeah.
hat. He said, well, what kind of hat?
Like listed out all the hat types.
yeah, like you got like, and then I said, like, it's a baseball cap. He's like,
Riverdale.
Yeah.
Yes, Riverdale.
And
hats.
then he walked over and he showed me the wall they have in the back of all their hats, and it was like pointing like, oh, and if you need anything like the beanies, they're over there. If you need the flat tops over there, and point out like specifically what types of hats. So he's very helpful.
even during
and
checkout.
he was very kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all bought Riverdale hats.
Riverdale hats were the best.
Oh yeah,
And he was very nice. And
Yeah. definitely.
Him and Francesca's got the best ratings.
Definitely.
I really don't think any other store besides that like really stood out.
No.
I don't think so.
But no, those were pretty good. Yeah, pretty nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Are your beanies or like baseball caps? Most of them are going to be all the way back there. They're going to be pretty much on like the same row all the way down there, and then we also have flat bills. Thank you. The other ones, like there's some also.
So here is our review of our nice outfits. So Polo and Charlotte Russe, were pretty much the exact same.
No greeting,
No greeting.
and the exact thing happened.
Yeah, pretty much. And then when we went into Tommy Hilfiger this time, we went, when was that? We went on Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was like after
During-
people,
Yeah.
like it was like right after people get out of church. So it was like really busy and there was not enough staff on hand. So like everyone was working behind the counter and there was really like no one to come up and greet us at all. Unlike our previous experience when we were the only ones in the store. So that, I think that was pretty much the only like different factor that we didn't really account for necessarily, was that. And then we went into Coach. And Sydney?
The guy he was very nice. He greeted us. He was very enthusiastic. He gave us really good coupons. It was like half off on everything in the store.
Not a bitch like the other lady. Wow. Got a coupon.
We
And then we weren't.
she was holding the coupons.
we weren't. We weren't we weren't watched like a hawk. I guess you could say. Like they weren't looking at us like expecting us to steal something. And then we just walked around and then we went back out and then he gave us like a
salutation.
salutation.
Like a bye.
Like he said bye. Have a nice day.
Bye, Felicia.
What a dude.
And then that's on
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach.
So next was Old Navy, and
This is a story.
yeah, so nobody greeted us. So after a couple minutes, I went up to a lady who was folding jeans and asked her if she could find me some jeans that were long. And she brought me over to a shelf of
It was a
lot of-
wall. It was a wall.
was
a wall of jeans. And
Very large wall.
she looks at it and she goes, "Well, you can find it," and then walks away.
She
Yeah.
wasn't very helpful.
Even though we
She
were
was
looking
really
cute, she was
rude.
not helpful.
She's
We
not
were-
having it.
Well, before we approached her, she was watching us and it's like
Yeah.
looking at us like, "Are you kidding me?"
Like, are you
Hoping
serious?
we wouldn't ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
But we did.
She wasn't very enthusiastic. What else?
She was just rude.
Disgusted.
Yeah,
That's
disgusted. That's a good
our-
word to explain it. Like, to describe it, I mean. You know.
And
And then we went into Hot Topic.
oh, Hot Topic was again flying color. Like
Yeah.
they got fives. All of the enthusiasm, super nice. It was a different lady, or it was a lady this time. And I get asked for hats, and she's like, "Oh," and she was manning the counter, so she couldn't like walk me back to show me where the hats were. But she pointed back, and she was telling me like, "Oh, if you're looking for like a specific kind of hat, like it's like in like Riverdale, like a specific what she say."
Like Harry Potter.
Yeah, like if it's like within like a certain
certain
like,
fandom.
fandom. If it's like within a certain like fandom, that it would be like in like that little section they have dedicated.
We
around the
clearly
store.
don't do fandoms.
And then,
She was just super nice.
yeah, she's super nice.
Even though she was busy, she was still willing to
Oh,
help.
yeah.
That's true.
Definitely.
The next one was White House Black Market, again with me. This time I was actually greeted right away, and the lady seemed very nice and helpful, and I was showed the same shirts as I was previously because I described it the same way, so not a big difference on the price scale, but
I think she was really willing to help you too. She
She
was like
was.
she walked around, she was pointing out, and she was showing you like different colored blues or something.
Yeah. She seemed a little like,
confused.
yeah, or
I
like
feel
a
like
little.
she was new, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely a big difference compared to like the ugly outfits,
Oh yeah.
because instead of us having to like ask for help, she specifically came out and was like, "Oh, is there anything I can help you with? Like, hi, how are you today?"
And we weren't commented on how comfortable.
Yeah, that is true.
Even though I was comfortable.
Yeah.
So.
That is very true. And then we went into Ghirardelli because, of course, we needed some chocolate, and they had a 10 for 22 sale. So, of course, we're gonna buy 10 chocolate bars because why not? And I definitely recommend the peppermint bark.
Yes, very good.
It's
Very
delicious.
good.
And
the
then when
caramel
we checked
Mhm.
out, she was very nice to us, and she
Yeah.
was very helpful and asked if we want our separate bars and like separate bags. So it was nice.
So check it out.
Yeah, it was delicious chocolate. We already ate pretty much all of it.
It's only been like 3 days.
Yeah, very true. But yeah, that was our nice outfits. Okay, so here is the overview of our entire experience, and we're going to start out with a quote of some statistics and stuff or some previous experiments that we found online.
According to Nathan Popkins of Northwestern University, states physical appearance is a major factor in the development of personality because people form opinions by what they see in a person physically and respond to that person accordingly. In turn, people tend to fulfill the expectations they believe others have of them.
Thank you, Nathan Popkins.
While we did experience like some of those things, though, we also like found out that some stores treated us. Actually, the majority of our stores treated us the same no matter what we were wearing.
That's true.
Because when we revisited the majority of our stores in our nice outfits, whether it was we first went to them in our normal outfits or our ugly ones. And I think besides a few stores, the majority of them treated us the same way. Yeah.
Some things that might have changed or skewed our data would be that we had to, like, different staff was working depending on whenever we walked into the stores, and the fact that we're teenagers, so they might not have taken us as seriously.
And we did go different times of the day just to try and
Get different stuff.
get different staff on purpose.
Yeah.
That could
And
also
we-
mess up the
Yeah, that is true. And we also had to change our original like tables that we made to fill out. We're trying to figure out too the time it takes for someone to greet us and like ask us for help. And we had to change that because when we first went into our very first few stores, there were so many times where like they would say hi and like wouldn't ask if we needed help or anything.
Yeah.
So we kind of just had to delete that part of our tables because it really just didn't come into play at all.
There were stores that obviously changed, like Coach, which
Oh,
Sydney went into, and then White House Black Market changed.
I feel like it was because they were higher end stores and they didn't
Yeah.
expect teenagers
They
to
were
actually buy
judgmental
anything.
little
Yeah.
brats.
Frets.
Beep. And then
I mean, those stores, because they are like the higher end stores, like you said, I feel like they are much more of that. They only want to approach people who they know are going to actually buy the product. And if we walk in as teenagers in ugly or even nice outfits, like
we're less likely to buy something.
yeah, but the reaction still changed when we dressed nicer. They came up and greeted us. They spent more time trying to
Help us.
help us. We got coupons that we didn't receive the first time we were there. When I saw those coupons in that Coach lady's hand, and she just didn't give it to us. But I mean, it was just a different.
I guess because we looked like we had the money to spend if we dressed up nicely,
Yeah.
as opposed to like dressing like hobos.
But like we said, I mean, we were expecting. I know I was at least expecting a much more.
Drastic difference.
Yeah, a much more drastic difference than what we actually like came across. The really only drastic differences were in those two stores. Everywhere else
And
was
there
the
were
same.
the stores that didn't offer help regardless.
Yeah.
Like Polo, Rack Room Shoes, Bath and Body Works, and Under Armour.
And then the stores that got the best customer service, we voted it, and it was Francesca's and Hot Topic.
All
Wow.
around.
They're all
Yeah.
very nice, very willing to help, enthusiastic about.
I really don't think it mattered what we wore
No.
either.
Yeah,
It really didn't.
Because we went to Hot Topic both in casual clothes and nice clothes, and then Francesca's when we were dressed
Super bad.
and
Yeah.
the ugly clothes,
And we got
and they were treated us
Oh,
the
yeah.
same as anybody else.
Yep.
So it was
Yeah.
nice.
Shout out to Kyle.
yeah. Shout out to Kyle for. Oh, where was it?
Tommy
Hilfiger.
Oh,
That's what it was. Kyle. All right. So yeah, that was our overview, and I think the main thing that I learned from doing this experiment was that besides those two stores, a lot of the employees treated us the same no matter what.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important factor whenever we walk into stores is like how are we going to feel treated like by the employees and everything, and are we going to be willing to buy a product if we're not greeted right away, or are we going to be more like maybe not? And I think the stores who were polite to us, like no matter what, definitely earned my respect.
Yeah. Hot Topic,
Yeah.
we all bought hats because he was super nice.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it was really nice.
Yeah. Did you guys take away anything else from it?
It was just kind of surprising the reactions we got.
Yeah, and
Not what I expected.
I wasn't expecting people not to come up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
And I also think that if you were the the worker, that if you were rude or something, to like we weren't as like if you're rude to someone, like I'm not gonna spend money there to like I could have possibly bought something from somewhere, but if you're like
Old Navy.
Yeah,
Old Navy,
definitely.
if you're rude to us about the jeans and we ask for help and you're not gonna actually help us, we're not gonna get anything. So,
Yeah. Agreed. I think it was a pretty successful experiment.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.